This is 9 in 9 Enneagram Wisdom for Life. Let's dive in. Staci, it's so good to have you. You are not only my friend, but we have done a lot of Enneagram work together because you've taken the classes more than once.
Yeah.
You've brought your friends, so I have appreciated that I've been a part of your journey with the Enneagram. So would you just tell us how you came to know about the Enneagram, what number you are, and then sort of how you came to even know what your number is?
Sure. Well, as you said, we're friends, and I saw you advertise something maybe on Facebook about these workshops, and just so happened my New Year's resolution that year was to grow as a person, and so I, looked into your class, and I'm like, I think I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
So we did the test at the beginning, then did the workshop, and it very quickly I knew I was a two, pretty through and through. So then I loved it so much that I took the second workshop, which helped me dive into learning more about others in my life, and of course, more about me too.
Do you remember what it was about learning about the two that you most resonated with right away?
Well, the two's a helper, and really my whole life, I just knew, I don't know why, but I just am constantly wanting to help people and serve in all capacities. t- Probably to a fault. I have trouble saying no, and even my career is really geared to it too. It was an executive assistant for a long time, then event planning, anything with people. So it really just all the two is just really embedded even in my career. I've always been known as the glue of my family.
Yeah, yeah. Because remember the motivation of the two, just to refresh for the people listening, is not just helping and serving. It's actually helping and serving so that there's a relational connection.
Right.
You happen to know your subtype, which is the 1-to-1 two, and that's kind of been a recent discovery. So how have
Right.
you seen that
When I discovered my one-on-one
subtype?
subtype,
Yeah.
um, and it's about intensity and intimacy, and I've realized that not only do I want to be close to people and get to know them, I want to know them on a deeper level. So it's not just coming into a room and saying, oh, they have 3 kids. I want to know their names. I want to know, it's just very important to me to really, I want to be authentic to them,
Mm-hmm.
and not just, oh, she's just getting to know me because she's nice. I really truly want to know about them personally.
How does your need for affection and esteem, that heart triad piece, how does that play out just in the daily life of a two?
Well, it's very important to me, um, to a fault, sometimes, because I could get my feelings hurt easily if maybe they don't seem to want to take that extra time to really get to have this relationship, which that happens. But I can think, well, why didn't they want to spend more time with me? Because it's just so important to me that um, I can take it personal.
Yeah.
So I have to be. I've learned through the class that just because they didn't, that I shouldn't take it personal. That's just not their personality, right?
As a two, the we're going to talk about the centers of intelligence. So, your top center, your primary center of intelligence is your heart, your feeling, your emotion. And so you're processing the world through emotion. And then immediately following that emotion is the doing. So you
Mhm.
kind of go, oh, I feel, and then I do.
Yes.
And then we talk about the thinking center is kind of the one that is the flat tire or the repressed. What have you noticed in your daily life, like life as a two? How does that repressed thinking center end up impacting you?
I find myself that I can have this ability that I can um, tell what someone's needing or thinking before they say it. And so I automatically go into this reaction mode where, well, I need to help them or anything to make things better. And the flip side of that is not everyone needs that or wants that. I just think that. I feel that. So in turn, there's sometimes where I might come off as overbearing or even controlling it at times, especially if it's family, someone close, because they're like, I got this. And I'm like, yeah, but I can help you be better at it. So it's to where it can come off as, pushy at times when really all I want is for them to be so happy, and for them to be happy, I want to try to help them
Mm-hmm.
to a fault.
What helps you balance that?
Well, this class has helped me a lot, this workshop, because I didn't dive into that deep thinking about that. I just was like, in turn, I would just get my feelings hurt
Right.
when I would go there. Now I will step back and I'll think before I react, or think before I say something, or I'll ask more questions. Do you need me to help? Well, we don't need you to do that.
Mm.
Oh, so my old me, I think I would have gone, well, he doesn't need me. What good am I? Because I always want to be needed.
Yeah.
Now I just know he will ask if he needs help,
Yeah.
instead of me kind of pushing my way in.
Yeah. What's the best thing about being a 2?
Love.
Okay,
I
tell me more.
I love love. So I just think, and to me, helping others and making them happy, it just surrounds, you get more love in your life. And
Mm.
I just think life's too short. I've had cancer before where I didn't think I was going to live. So I think it intensified that also,
What's
to worry. I mean, I have worry. Now, that's the downside of the 2. Also, I will hide that because
Yeah.
that's not my personality. So if
Right.
I do that too much, they'll be going, "What's wrong with Staci? You know, why is she being like that?" So I portray, I've almost like an image.
Yes, it's the shape shifting of
Yeah.
the 2. The 2 can shape shift to whatever environment,
Right.
whatever they need to be in
And
whatever
I've been like
environment.
that even since I was young. I can adjust my personality, my actions to my audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a gift. Um, but you also sometimes you put yourself second. I put myself second a lot. Even when I had cancer, I mean, everyone's, this and this. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. I remember my sister even coming to me going, what are we going to do if something happens to you? You're the glue of the family. And I'm like, no. And I'm like holding her.
You're comforting other people.
Yeah, I was. But so it's just yeah.
So the shape shifting, like you said, it can be a gift because you can really read read the room, read the audience, know kind of what needs to happen. However, it also prevented you from feeling like you had permission to not be your
Right.
image. And
Yeah.
so, in what ways have you, in the last couple years, been more authentic?
I will even explain to, like, I'll be with a group of friends and I'll say, I'm having a down day. First, they're like, oh my gosh. But now I think they see me as more authentic also, because I'm not, this happy robot, right? Because they want to be there for you too. I just didn't want to burden anyone.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because it might mean that they.
Well, it might be sad, and I don't want anyone to be sad.
You don't want anybody to be sad. I know. If you could tell your younger self something that you know now as a 2, what would it be?
It's okay to not be there for everybody every minute.
Yeah, that's really good advice. It's really good advice. Hey, if you want to be a part of our next round of Enneagram 101 classes, just go to the show notes or the bio, and all the information will be there. I'd love to see you in this 5-week class that will definitely change your life for the better.